All right, what is up? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is Tim Kramer with Brian the Grizzly, and we are talking Percy Jackson, episode 7. The what was it called? The second to the end? Forgot what it's called, penultimate or something like that.
The
Yeah,
penultimate episode that tells you gotta start wrapping up this stuff because if you have
yeah,
all these storylines out there, you can't finish in time.
yeah, yeah. So it's a good one. They spoilers. If you haven't seen it, you can go back and watch our other reviews if you want to get caught up that way, or just watch it and then come back and check out this video because we are talking about everything. But yeah, so they get into the underworld and they're
Hey,
trying to then they figure out a lot of shit happens. A
yep,
lot of stuff happens in this
they found
episode.
out the truth,
Yeah,
sort of.
kind of, sort of,
It's a good
which is
title.
the name of the episode. Um, yeah. How'd you like the whole underworld, how it looked and everything? From Sybaris, I believe, the dog,
Mhm.
to them getting into the forest and the desert and all that cool stuff. Hades, how'd you like that?
I mean, all of it makes sense. I mean, even the not crossing the river Styx, uh, not being boated across. I thought that he was gonna let him boat across. But
Mm.
Cerberus was cool. Three-headed dog made a lot of sense. He's still a dog. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
I was mad at Grover for losing the like. Do you have one job? You have
Yeah,
no zipper in your coat. You're 24 years old. You ain't got no zipper. Just
yeah.
zip the thing back up. You don't lose the pebble. You don't break
Don't
that.
he have cargo pants on or cargo shorts? Cargo shorts. I was like, dude, come on. Yeah.
You literally have one job. I don't understand.
Hmm.
Like, come
Hmm.
on, man. So I thought that was kind of silly. Um, Percy is getting better, less and less annoying the
Yeah.
further we get in. But you have to be annoying because you have to be like you're a snot nosed kid. And I think the flashbacks really gave us some idea of why he is who he is, and
Hmm.
understanding the backstory and why he loves his mother so much, and even Poseidon. So like it wasn't like Percy was never claimed. Poseidon always knew about Percy. He's always talked to his mother about Percy. Like you saw her do her summoning spell to bring him in, and he knew it was coming. And I think we're gonna get more of that in the final episode.
Hmm.
And more acceptance by Percy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, but this is good. The journey made sense. Uh, the idea that Annabeth has something that she's holding on to that she
Yeah.
still hasn't shared with the rest of the group, that was
Mm-hmm.
pretty cool. And there's other characters that are coming back. They're going to come back in this last episode. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that was interesting because I was like, you rather become a tree, and leave early from this quest, in the underworld because you do not want to, give up whatever regret you might have. And I'm like, what is it? What is it? And kind of like, and I'm kind of upset. Like, I obviously they don't have time to think about it right now,
mm,
but like,
no one else said anything about it.
yeah, there's like, yeah, cool, eat the pearl and or do whatever the pearl, and
You break
go
the
back
pearl and
home.
you're able to go
Yeah.
through. Yeah.
So I was like, really? I was like, oh yeah. Here we go. Here you go. Brandon Davis said Annabeth is the lightning thief. Ooh,
That's your thought, huh?
okay. I like that one.
Now, is Annabeth has something to do with it? Not saying anything, but I don't know if she's a lightning thief.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. I don't know if she's the lightning thief too.
But
But
she might have something to do with it.
yeah. Shit. I don't know. So I have no idea. So Brian read the books, watched the movies, all that stuff. I have no idea who the lightning thief is. Still, you know, Um, but yeah, I thought it
You
was all really.
you're
I
gonna
thought
see
it
it,
was
you're
really,
like, "I got it. Oh, I
yeah.
see it
It,
now."
it, it would all make sense at the end. I thought it was like really interesting. It was once they get close to the pit, like the boot, the wing shoes,
Mhm.
wanted to go down there, and I was like, huh. I'm like, what's going on? Like because those are the Hermes boots.
That's
You know,
very, very observant of you.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, so I'm kind of like interested to what's going on and stuff like that and stuff. And then realizing that the Titan Kronos is down there, so like, okay. Well, really interested in like some of these little details, about it.
Tartarus,
Um,
yeah, Tartarus is a really cool storyline,
yeah,
and,
yeah.
you know, it's really interesting that the shoes. Yeah, you're right that the shoes ran
Really wanted
away.
to go down there. They really wanted to go down there.
That was
So
interesting.
I just like how yeah, I have these questions as a viewer, but as a character, they don't have the time to sit and really think about these things, you know?
Mm.
Because as soon as that happens, as soon as they're like, oh, the shoes flew down there, as soon as that happens, they find the freaking lightning bolt in his bag. So they don't have time to think about that. You know, they don't have time to think about Annabeth and her, what is she holding on to, because they got to keep moving, you know? So
Exactly. But
it,
here's my question:
it's,
how did Annabeth get into his book bag if she was already gone?
well, I didn't know it was Annabeth. They said it was
She,
Aries.
it wasn't either of them. But my point.
Yeah. Well, no spoilers, man. Ruin it. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. Because no, because in the show they say like it was Aries
Oh,
gave
they say
him that
it
bag.
must have been Aries.
Yeah, because
But
Aries
he
gave him the
forget
bag,
that
which I'm like, oh yeah,
he's been holding on to that thing. He's fallen down 4 times. Yeah, he never
yeah,
heard anything.
yeah, yeah. Then that's what I was kind of like. I'm like, is it kind of just pops up? Me, you know, now I thought it was like, oh, because it's next to like, you know, a Titan. Maybe like it activated. I don't fucking know, you know, but
Yeah.
I mean, he has a freaking pen that turns into a sword. So I don't know how these things work, man. It's crazy. You know, so yeah, yeah. So I'm kind of like interested in it. But even like when they go to Hades, you know, and something's
Alright.
missing from Hades, I was like, man, this is becoming a really big thing. And they already know it's obviously bigger than what they initially thought it was. They already figured that out, you know. So I want to see all the pieces come together at the end and the puzzle get put together and see the whole picture and see what's going on and seeing how the gods are going to handle it. You know what I mean? So
I just love the fact that Hades is not really the douchebag.
no, he was
Understand
cool.
Hades, he's just like, dude, I have my own realm where I am in control. Hades is the oldest of the of all the gods. He's
Hmm.
older than the other ones, his other brothers. You know,
Okay.
so he has dealt with more. So he should be king of the gods, but he has his own realm because he's also great with his willpower. He's not a bad guy. Never was. Just because he's
No, it
king of
never
the
really was.
underworld, it doesn't mean he's a
Yeah.
bad person.
Well,
But
whenever
we
we
got
think of Hades, we think of
the
the
devil.
Hercules movie.
Yeah, or
You
yeah,
know, you know,
yeah, exactly.
where he's like he's a d bag. He always wants to take over. You know, like because that's what they tend to do with Hades. But you know, in the mythology, he's not like really bad. You know,
Yeah.
like that. You know,
He
but
just
you know,
controls the underworld and all things come to him at the end.
yeah. Yeah, but it's like how you like so you hear the footsteps in the distance, and he comes in. He goes, "Oh, hey, you want something to drink?" And this, like, he was like a chill dude and just like super calm, you know. And he's like, "Hey, yeah, I saved your mom. You're welcome." You know, it's like you know, and it was just like he's like, "Give me what I want," and you're thinking the bolt, and then he's like, "Oh, the helm." I was like, "Oh shit," you know, but it's the helm that made him invisible. So I was like, "So was that the hat that Annabeth had?"
No.
You know, okay, because I was
She has a cloaking thing.
yeah, you know, so yeah, I was like, wait, what? So that's why I was kind of like getting a little confused on that. Yeah, because uh, yeah, the Hades dude was nice. He was super chill, but he even said it. He goes, "Why? I don't want to deal with their shit." He goes, "I got my own world down here. I got he called it a paradise, which is awesome. I thought that was super
He
funny.
got away from all that stuff, all the politics of them. He got away
Hmm.
from all of it. He's like, no,
Yeah,
this is just I run everything.
yeah, yeah. So I enjoyed it. You know, the all of the underworld kind of stuff with it all. You know, but now it's like it's the second to last episode. There's one episode left, and he's picking up another mission. You know, I was like,
But it's a
what?
very simple mission.
I hope so. You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure it is because we only got one episode left, so he has to go get the helm. But so Brandon in chat, I'll bring it up in a second, talking about the restaurant scene. I know you talked about it. I enjoyed the restaurant scene, you know, because the whole time, me and my girlfriend are like, why doesn't she just tell him who he is and what's going on? Maybe he'll be more understanding of what it is. But but she wants so bad to keep him away from the effed up family, you know,
Because
from the
once you
dad's side.
do it, once you
Yeah,
open up that door, you never could close it again. And
yeah,
everyone's going to find him.
yeah. You know, so that's why I was kind of like interested. I was like, why didn't she just tell him? And then she kind of tells you, she goes, I don't want him to be part of that world, you know? So yeah.
Hmm.
So I'm like, okay, I get it. That's why she's like doing everything possible to separate them two, even if it means keeping her separate from her son. You know, so it's like making a sacrifice herself. So kind of interesting, kind of cool. So I did enjoy that. Brandon Davis, says I could have done without the backstory at the restaurant and school thing. I thought it was for me interesting. You know, the
Character
school thing is
development.
whatever.
So you're
Yeah,
understanding why he's the way he is.
yeah. I know they don't really tell you, or I don't know, do they tell you? But the gods are like dyslexic, like they can't read,
So
you
no,
know,
so
or
what it
demigods, I
is
think.
so that was actually something that they did right in the movie. Their brains are hardwired for ancient Greek.
Mm,
So like they only read things in ancient Greek type things. So they everything has to be like reconfigured for their mind to be able to see it, and that's why they see things like backwards. Because Greek
yeah.
and Latin and stuff like that is within the language, but they have to redo things to be able to read it the special way. So that
Uh,
was like something they did in the movie that was correct.
yeah. Yeah. Well, that's kind of cool. So yeah. So, but I thought the restaurant scene was interesting. You know, because like I said, it was backstory. It tells you like the dad knows. You know, and the dad respects the mom's decision, which is cool. You know, Poseidon, the dad. Um, yeah, yeah. I enjoyed it. You know, it was kind of heartbreaking though for me too. It's like the mom wants him safe, even if it means her out of the picture. You know, which is that's a sacrifice. You
Well,
know.
the thing that he said, was that one day I'll be able to spend time with my son. One day I'll be able to, when he's ready, I will
Mhm,
be there.
mhm.
I will keep my eye on him whenever I can, whenever all the stuff goes well, I'll be there. So
Mhm.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. And also, well, one thing too was like he met one of his brothers, and it's completely just like glosses over it. Then that's kind of like one of the issues I have with some of the show is maybe because it's such a short season that they don't have time to get into certain things. I was like, bro, you're this is one of your brothers. Like it's because you even said it's like, oh, you're Poseidon's kid. It was like, so are you. Like this is your brother. You know, might not
Yeah,
be a
but
good guy, but it
he's
is still your brother.
13,000 years old, and
Yeah,
Percy's really 9, like
yeah,
10.
legit knife. Yeah, you know, but also Percy, I think, why he comes off annoying is because I think he actually thinks he's better than the gods. You know, not because he's like stronger or smarter. It's because he's more human and more loving. You know, and he understands a family shouldn't be, you know, sleeping with each other's, you know, wives and killing each other and stealing from each other and wars all the time. You know, like all this effed up stuff that all the Greek mythology stuff has in it. So, that's why I think he's annoying because he comes off a little um what did you say earlier? Like a know-it-all
Childish,
kind
or
of
yeah, he is
maybe a little like
he is
like a
though.
child arrogance, kind of
Yeah,
thing, or ignorance,
very
I would say.
arrogant. Yeah, exactly.
You know, yeah,
Yeah,
So I could see why he's annoying at times, but Annabeth does it too at times, too. So
and Grover doesn't pretend like he knows anything.
yeah, yeah. Because he seems like he actually doesn't know anything though. So Brandon said cloaking that's invisible. That's what Doctor Strange said in between two friends. It's not a cape, it's a cloak.
I actually believe it's a hat that she was wearing.
And she was wearing a hat. That's why he said he was looking
Cat.
for a helm.
Hmm.
He was looking for a helm. That's why I'm like, oh, was it the hat? But
I was wondering if it's Ares, the thing that they stole for Ares.
the shield?
Hmm.
Ooh, I don't know.
Or do you need that? So it's like I think they're gonna get away, find a way to do it.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So I'm excited. I really like this episode. I thought it was really good. The way it ended was really good. That's one thing this show does really well is it ends a show or an episode, and for me, every time it ended, I'm like, I need the next one, and then they give you a great teaser at the end of the credits, a great teaser without giving anything away, kind of hyping up the next episode after that awesome ending. And yeah, they were on the beach. Ares has a big ass sword walking in.
mhm.
I'm like, oh, this is gonna be awesome, so yeah, that was it's a good ending. But yeah, man. I don't know anything else from you before you
No, this. I
move
mean,
on.
we know we're enjoying it. I mean, everything is. There's a lot to wrap up, but a lot of it could be wrapped up within 25 minutes. So, and it's gonna be a lot of dialogue with Chiron. I mean, not Chiron, but with Zeus. So, like, you're gonna have a lot of dialogue coming at the end. So, first half of the end will be a lot of violence, a lot of action. The second half will probably be a lot of just finishing up the storyline and make sure you love your mom and all that stuff, and finding out that maybe you have a girlfriend and
Ooh,
going from there. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Okay. So yeah, so next week we'll talk about the episode, and then we'll rate the whole show or at least season, as a whole, and what we think about it. But Brandon Davis, I know you're not digging it. Hopefully, I know you said you're kind of caught up. You come and join us next week. Let us know what you think about it, because you do have a different opinion than us, which makes the conversation definitely more interesting. And when we all
exactly.
kind of all like it kind of gets a little repetitive. So you
You
in
want
here,
to have
is definitely a
a
good thing.
voice that's totally different. So, because
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
helps
And
you
also
realize the
Xavier.
things you missed.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Xavier said he didn't care for it either. He thought it was a little kitty. So hopefully you guys come back and hang out with us next week when we do the full season breakdown. But cool. Appreciate everyone coming in, checking us out, talking about Percy Jackson, the last episode 7. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think about this episode. Did you like it? Did you hate it? How did you like the series so far, and where you think it might end up with? No spoilers. If you read the book, if you know how it ends, no spoilers. But appreciate everyone coming in, hanging out, checking us out. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Come and join us every Monday and Thursday. Appreciate everyone on the replay gang. If you're watching live, stick around, because we're gonna move on to our next topic.